Welcome back, everybody. Hope you guys are doing great today. Today, it's all about the lore. It's all about the mysteries of Minecraft. Because yes, we're getting some cool features in the Wild update. We're getting the Deep Dark, we're getting the Warden, we're getting frogs and the mangrove, but I honestly do consider 1.19 the lore update. It adds so much in terms of lore and mysteries and things we don't truly know, and I think Mojang did give us a lot of hints in the ancient city. So we're going to be taking a look at the ancient city and possibly finding some hints as to what is happening and what is next. Hold up. Only 40% of you watching the video are subscribed. What are you doing? Click that subscribe button, join the stealth army. Here's a peace offering. Little ocelot for you. Here, take it. It's okay, take it. Here we are in the ancient city, and it looks incredible. I do have night vision on because it's just a really dark environment. It's hard to see all the detail, and that's obviously by design. It's in the name as well. So without night vision or torches, like maneuvering around the ancient city is just extremely challenging. So the first thing that is pretty much right in the middle of the ancient city is the Warden. This big old monument of the Warden. Who created this? Well, we're going to be talking about that momentarily. But you can see that this is sort of resembling the Warden in a lot of ways. And then we have this thing inside or in the middle of the Warden, which I honestly think is a portal. Now, some people say it's not a portal. A lot of people do say it's a portal. I'm not necessarily here to debate that, but in my opinion, it looks like a portal. Therefore, it is a portal. And we know that the Warden definitely came from somewhere. And if you don't believe that either, all you have to do is listen closely to Disc 5. A really creepy disc, which definitely gives us some hints as to what is going on with the Skulk, as well as possibly what happened with the creation of the Warden. And then also you got to consider that we have two other dimensions outside of the overworld. We have the Nether and we have the End, and we have two portals to go alongside that. We have the End portal frame to create the End portal, and then you have obsidian to craft the Nether portal. So it would make a lot of sense that the new dimension has its own unique block, which is reinforced deep slate. Not much is known about this block. It looks really cool. But yeah, like I said, there's not a lot going on with this block as of right now. You can't necessarily pick it up either. Another thing worth noting when it comes to a dimension and why I feel like this will eventually lead to a new dimension is the fact that when you think of a dimension, it has its own unique identity to it. When you think of the End, you typically would think of purple. And when you think of the Nether, you typically would think of red. Now, with this environment, we can see with the Skulk family that it's a really deep blue, green. It's just this very odd color that we don't really see anywhere else. And I do think that that was by design. I think the art team really considered the colors, the choice of colors to use for the Skulk family and the Warden, to give it that own unique identity to it, which will eventually possibly lead to a new dimension. I think the Skulk blocks overall look amazing. If you look really closely, you can see that they're all sort of animated, like it just sort of lights up after a while and dies back down. And it's just a very beautiful, mesmerizing block. All of them are. The Skulk block, you got the sensor, the catalyst right here, and the Shrieker, which is by far one of the craziest looking blocks. So yeah, a lot of reoccurring themes going on in the ancient city and the deep dark. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't necessarily think the Warden is from the overworld. There's a lot of theories that speculate that the Warden is from the overworld, like maybe the Warden was a villager at one point, or maybe the Warden was an iron golem that's corrupted. Like, there's a lot of crazy theories, there's a lot of ideas out there, and I don't think that we'll ever have the answer to those questions. But I do think with Disc 5 with this portal right here, that Mojang is giving us some hints that, yes, this creature did originate from somewhere else. Meaning at one point in time, yes, this was a civilization possibly resembling something similar to a village, or possibly even something similar to Illagers, what they have going on right now with the outpost, with the woodland mansion. And I'm leaning more toward Illagers because we're starting to see a lot of dark oak wood. And we do know that Illagers love to build with dark oak wood. And check this building out right here. Doesn't it sort of give off an outpost? Like, this could have been the early stages, the early design of the outpost. So I do think that, yes, Illagers used to live here, and they tried to summon the warden. Actually, they were successful. It doesn't matter that you summoned the warden. It doesn't matter that you worship it. The warden is just that menacing. It is that destructive. It does not care if you're an illager or a villager. And that is a pretty wild theory. But we gotta think about, why did Mojang choose to use dark oak wood over the other woods? And I think that's because Illagers, you know, I think it's just that simple. Illagers had a hand in the creation of the ancient city, as well as this portal that we're seeing right here. And they were actually successful when it comes to summoning the warden, and then the warden decided to make the ancient city its own with the Skulk family. And I could possibly be wrong. That's why I just love to read fan theories and lore speculation. It's just all fascinating to me. But I do feel like Mojang left a lot of hints in the ancient city with the buildings, with the choice of blocks and colors. And I mean, even just looking at this building too, it does sort of have the shape of an outpost, but it's not really using the dark oak wood, of course. There is some repetition going on here. Even in terms of the monuments, because you will see monuments scattered throughout the entire ancient city, not just this huge monument of the warden skull or the warden head, but you will see smaller mini monuments throughout the ancient city. I think there's one right here. Yeah, we got a small, tiny one right here. I think we also had some showcased in the concept art, which I will have on the screen right now. So we know Illagers love monuments. They've created them in the Woodland Mansion. They're typically hidden, some aren't. But yeah, Illagers love to display their worship, or they love to display their leaders. I'm not sure, but either way, I'm leaning more toward Illagers having a role in the creation or summoning of the warden. I don't know if they're the same type of Illagers, but either way, this is the fun part. Like, this is where we start to like try and figure out what happened after the warden came. And I think this is why 1.19 is a really fascinating update to me, because it adds so much mystery, and it's not something we get every single update. So I know we're going to get a lot of theories leading up to 1.20 and 2023. Like, people are going to continue talking about these things, and it's just all exciting. So feel free to share your theories down below. I really appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll see you all in the next video. So take care. Peace.